The Shaven novice monket was nearly a month after leaving home. The monk's appearance before Seon Master Hanam was pitiful. Having walked across mountains and rivers for about a month, half begging and half sleeping outdoors, his entire body was scratched and torn, covered in bruises, and his clothes were tattered. Seon Master Hanam greeted the monk, dressed in such a manner with tears. "Oh, it is you! Is it truly you?" The monk bowed his head to Seon Master Hanam and made a request. "Master, please shave my head." Seon Master Hanam asked, "Do you know what it means for a monk not to be able to shave his own head?" The monk replied, "Why would a monk not be able to shave his own head? I can shave it." And then the monk roughly cut his hair with scissors and said, "Master, please shave this off for me." Seon Master Hanam said, "There is only the upper body, no lower body. If we compare it to a flower, it hasn't even formed a bud yet. How can it live with only an upper body?" The monk replied, "Only the upper body is fine." Seon Master Hanam asked again, "Do you truly wish to die so badly?" The monk answered, "I do not wish to live." Seon Master Hanam then said, "You must die completely to see yourself." And he instructed his attendant, Tanheo, to bring the razor. After the shaving was complete, the monk, as a novice, offered 3 prostrations to Seon Master Hanam. Then, suddenly, Seon Master Hanam asked, "Who bowed just now?" The monk replied, "Because the great master and I are not two, I offered this reverence." The monk was sent to a nunnery a short distance from Sangwonsa Temple. The monk became deeply immersed in Seon Master Hanam's profound wisdom, and an intimate dialogue of hearts passed between the two. Seon Master Hanam repeatedly said to the monk, "You must die to see yourself." The monk asked, "How do I die? How far must I go to die?" Seon Master Hanam replied, "If you sleep soundly for 3 years with your eyes open, you will die." Even after meeting Seon Master Hanam, the monk continued to wander in the mountains surrounding Sangwonsa. He spent his days contemplating Seon Master Hanam's words, using the phrase, "If you sleep soundly for 3 years with your eyes open, you will die," as his guide for meditation. When he intensely missed Seon Master Hanam, he would rush to Sangwonsa, and each time, Seon Master Hanam would warmly receive him. The monks attending Seon Master Hanam did not try to stop this. One day, while at a hermitage within Sangwonsa, the monk had been sitting in the meditation hall with the other practitioners for 3 days when he suddenly sprang up and exclaimed, "Oh dear, why are they rubbing the 5th patriarch? Why destroy the cart? Why aren't they pulling the ox that wants to go but the cart?" The monk later recalled that time. "After 3 days of doing that, as I was leaving, my knees felt as if they were just falling off. And suddenly this thought came to me, what is the reason for destroying the cart like this? And then I wondered, who is the root that makes me think this way? Who teaches this?" The monk also recalled, "From the thought that I must die to see myself, I tried to abandon everything, my novice status and all. So there were no precepts or anything, and I simply entrusted this body as dead and went about. Others pointed fingers at me, calling me a broken precept monk, but I had no will to live, so I was simply detached. One day, when the monk was a novice, a small amount of refreshments was equally distributed among the sitting monks. A monk who was handing them out said, "This is an act of compassion from the elder master, so eat it thankfully." The monk retorted, "Since I came out, I have eaten my own food, never begged for others' food, and since I am eating my own, to whom should I be grateful?" At that, the assembled monks rose up and chased the monk out of the temple gate. The monk recalled, "To have said such words, how foolish it was. At that time, I was so stiff that I didn't even prostrate properly. I thought about it later, but if I who am not I prostrates 10 times or 100 times, what does it matter? I didn't know that then. I didn't know when to be flexible and when to hold firm. Truly, one should prostrate without attachment and speak words that fit the vessel. But this came out abruptly due to a lack of wisdom. So in a world where even calling a ghost or a thief is disliked, I could only be kicked and beaten. The monk said, "Being beaten like that eventually ripened me." Realizing that I was not self-compassionate, lacked wisdom, and didn't know how to humble myself, thinking, I still have a long way to go. I came to understand that process. And so, I ultimately deeply felt the truth that a fruit must ripen on its own tree to taste its true flavor. On another occasion, the monk recalled, because of my stiffness back then, I was often chased out after eating temple food. Once, the elder monks were gathered to discuss a temple construction project, and someone said that a god had descended, preventing them from building the house. I just retorted, if you want to build it, and if you don't want to, don't. What god has descended? So I could only be kicked and chased out again. And another time, because I didn't prostrate much when I entered the Dharma hall, someone said I was afraid of the Buddha. So I walked forward and kissed the Buddha statue. And then I was chased out again. I came out beyond the temple gate and laughed alone for a long time.